Hey there, I'm Andy. I'm a self-taught software developer, and in this video, I'm gonna answer the question, what is a programming portfolio and how do you go about building one? Now, I've had a lot of people ask me about this. They either don't know what a portfolio is, they don't know what role it plays in the whole process of getting a job when you have no experience, and then most importantly, they're like, how do I actually go about building one? So I'm gonna cover that in this video. Now, if you're new here, if you're new to this channel, I'm Andy, and I help people become software developers no matter who they are, no matter where they come from, no matter what experience they have. I do my absolute best to give you all the information I have about how I became a software developer so that you can do the exact same thing, follow the exact same process I have. So I'd highly recommend subscribing below, hitting that subscribe button and hitting the bell icon to get notifications anytime I put out a new video. Without any further ado, let's just get into it. So what is a programming portfolio? So assuming that you're brand new to programming or you're new and just starting out, the portfolio is going to be the thing that you have, like a tangible piece of evidence that shows that you can build projects, that you can work with programming languages. Because a lot of the problems you'll have when you're applying to jobs is that it's hard to know what people know. It's hard to know what people's skills are as software developers. So if you have a portfolio, typically, by the way, your portfolio lives on your website, right? So if you have a personal website, there'll be a section for your portfolio. It'll list all of your applications that you've worked on, maybe open source projects that you've built, maybe free things that you've worked on. And that will be like tangible evidence that you are actually skilled in the programming languages or technologies that you say you are. Even beyond demonstrating your skills, it shows off your personality, right? It shows off what types of interests you have. It shows off what type of projects you like to choose to work on, even beyond that. And I think this is one of the most underrated things about a portfolio that I can say about you is that you can complete tasks, that you can start a project and you can complete it. One of the biggest issues I've seen from some of the people who I know who are in this field, all the time they'll say that some developers are so bad at completing things because they're perfectionists, because they don't want to look bad. So as an employer that's going to look to hire you, if they see that you've completed projects, that's going to be a big plus. If they've seen you complete multiple projects with different skill sets, different technologies, different programming languages, that's all going to look good on you. So the portfolio is a really key piece of you getting hired without any experience. Now let's dive into how to build a portfolio, because that's very important as well, right? So the first step you're going to want to take, if you're new to this, if you haven't really thought about how to get started, is you want to start with the end in mind. And that's a concept from one of my favorite books ever, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People by Stephen R. Covey, one of my favorite books. But in any endeavor that you're, like such as software development, you want to start with the end in mind. You want to figure out, what is it that I want to be as a software developer? What direction do I want to take? What programming languages do I want to work on? What technologies? And then start with that, and then work your way backward, right? So say you want to be a front-end developer. Well, then you have to figure out what projects you need to build to showcase those skills. Now, if you're someone who has no idea, which is okay, like you don't have to know everything when you first start out, but what I would recommend is picking one programming language and working your way back. So if it's Python, okay, you picked a programming language, figure out 4, 6, 8 projects that you can build with Python, and then work your way backwards and start with the most simple project. It could be a tic-tac-toe app, it could be a calculator app. It doesn't matter, just keep it as simple as possible. Now, once you've sort of figured out 4 to 6 to 8 projects, it really doesn't matter, by the way, at the least, at the very minimum, pick 4. Once you pick them out, this is the key thing to remember. These are fluid, meaning that you can change them at any time. And in fact, what I would recommend is once you've created a project, your first project, or once you complete your second project or third project, basically anytime you complete a project, you should reevaluate the projects in your roadmap. You should say, based on what I know now, based on my skills now, should I modify my second project to be something different? Because you're always going to be learning. As you're building projects, as you're learning, as you're reading blog posts, whatever it is, you're going to be picking up so much information. So what you knew a month ago is definitely going to be different from what you know today. And so you want to constantly be changing that roadmap. One of the issues that I see with a lot of people is that they create a roadmap and they're so scared that it's not a perfect roadmap that they never even follow it. The key thing is here, constantly adapt. Okay, so you're building applications, you're starting with something simple, you're making it more complicated, you're adding different technologies, adding different maybe programming languages if that's where the direction of where you want to take things are. How do you know when enough is enough, right? I said you could create anywhere from maybe 4 to 8. I've even seen 10 applications on a portfolio. How do you know when it's enough? Well, there is no right answer, but I'd say once you get to at least the 4 mark, maybe the 6, maybe the 8 mark, at that point, if you are able to build applications, even small ones, if you're able to build features on those applications with some confidence, then chances are good you are ready to go out there, at least try to start seeing what opportunities you may have in the job market. And then you can create your personal website. You can add your portfolio section on there as well. Make sure that when you showcase your portfolio on your website that you do it in a nice way and it looks nice. I would say stick to minimal if you're like me, if you don't like styling, and just make sure you explain the applications, make sure you include screenshots or GIFs, make it stand out, make it look fun, be yourself, show some personality. That's way better than being robotic. So I hope this gives you a good sense of what the programming portfolio is, how it plays a role in you getting a job in the future, and then how to go about building it. So if you enjoyed this video, go ahead and leave a like. And by the way, if you are new to software development and you are looking for guidance about what programming languages to choose, I've just come out with a free report on the top 5 programming languages learned in 2019. You can go ahead and scoop up a copy at andysturkowitz.com/report. It should give you a little bit of guidance about how to maybe pick a programming language. So I highly recommend jumping on that. Other than that, thank you so much for watching, guys. As always, peace out. See you guys later.